Hi there, Cassie here today. In today's video we are going to be talking about budget envelope. They used to do this in the olden days when there wasn't any banks. They used to have envelopes split up all their money. One would be for food, one would be for savings, one would be for bills. And that's how they used to live out of the envelopes. Then it come to getting bank accounts, getting an overdraft, getting credit cards, getting loans. So people just went and bought anything they could and thought, oh yeah, it's okay because I can pay for it later. Going back to using budget envelopes like I have, it's different handing over a £20 note for some groceries. If you had your card, it's so easy just to go in several shops and just tap your card, and then before you know it, that's £50 gone when your budget was only 20. When you're mindful that you've only got that £20 note, you are adding things up as you're going along in your head because you know that is your budget. So for a family of 4 on our budget, we have worked out that it will be £100 a week, and that is for breakfast, lunch and dinners. When it comes to what I need on my list, it will be 7 breakfasts for that week, 28 lunches and 7 dinners for me to prepare. For a normal breakfast, say, it will be a box of cereal and 2 loaves of bread. Lunches would consist of 21 bags of crisps, 21 wraps or sandwiches, so that would be roughly 2 loaves of bread, 21 yogurts, 21 snacks, and then the 7 meals. So before I even go into the shop, I will write a list to see what have I got, because you might have mince in the freezer, but you might not have no sauce to go with it. So on that occasion, you just need the sauce and maybe mashed potatoes, and then you've got spaghetti bolognese or cottage pie, shepherd's pie. You've got a part of a meal. After you've done all of your current items, then it will be time to write down what meals you are going to prepare. If you get into a routine of doing this every week, you're not going to be wasting any food because you're using everything that you've got up, and you won't be spending as much money because you will be using things that you've got. With this being a budget, you have to be really strict with yourself. Only stick to what is on your list. Try not to go down the clearance sections for any treats or anything that you don't need. The temptation is hard, especially when you don't budget, and this is a new thing for you, because where I never used to budget, it was so easy for me to pick up something that I see that I like the look of, or they've got a home range in and there's a nice candle and you smell it and you're like, oh, I'll pick that up, it's only a couple of pounds. But that couple of pounds isn't in your budget. That £3 might be another meal. You have to be really mindful, unless there's a clearance part and it's got some food that is on your shopping list that you might be able to chuck into the freezer. That will save you some money. Some people go to the supermarkets in the evening because they do the yellow priced food. The only issue with that is if you do buy things like that, you need to be mindful of what meals is it going to make. You don't want to pick up food where it's only going to be half a meal or a side, because that could potentially just be waste because you cannot make a meal out of it. Not saying that you can't buy treats, because it's always nice to have a chocolate or a couple of biscuits with your cup of tea. It's to not try and get you in every single time to these special offers, because we don't need them. Sometimes we have to be in the mindset of we only need essentials and stick to the essentials. One week you might have a couple of extra pounds that you saved from the week before. If that's not gone into savings and you've not needed it for anything else, then you could use that as a treat money now and again. So going on this budget envelope, it's worked out quite good. We started this on the 2nd of January on the new week. We are on to week 4 now. Before, weekly could be anything between £150 and £170. That's how much unnecessary shopping I would be doing that week. So it will be an extra £50 or £70, depending on what was picked up and put into the trolley. Another thing I've noticed as well with doing the budget shop and going around with my list, I've picked up my mints, I've crossed it off my list, I go on to the next part. I've noticed taking a smaller trolley helps as well, because it gives you more of a visual look at what you have, whereas if you have a really big trolley, you are just piling it all on top of each other, and then before you know it, half that stuff in the trolley is not on your list. That is my little video from today. Give the money budget envelope a go. Any questions, then don't hesitate to leave a message. Thank you for watching, and we will be back on soon. Goodbye for now.